Alright, so this is a get ready with me, all of this. So I've already done my brows, those are done. So just keep watching. I'll try and talk while I'm doing my business. So just Scotch tape, I put it on the back of my hand, and then I peel it off, so that when I peel it off my eyes, it's not so, it don't hurt so bad. Ladies. I'm going to fumble around because I'm not prepared. Because it's right here. The Milani eyeshadow primer. Just a little bit. That's probably too much, but whatever. I rub it. I always prime my eye with lids just because I have really oily skin, oily eyelids, oily everything else. So just squeeze me and bottle it. So that's primed. I am just going to do what I normally do. This is the Dress Your Face palette. I'm going to get, this is just a big fluffy brush. It's one of the Sonia Kashuk ones. I want to take this Fresh color and just put it all over just to kind of set it all in. I'm going to take another little fluffy brush. This is what I use. It's also really dirty, but whatever. We're going to use this Bengal, whatever. Swirl it in there. And we're just going to kind of put it where my non-existent crease should be. Back, sorry. Same color again. Do the other eye. Just back and forth. Back and forth. My dog was going crazy outside, so I had to stop and go get her. She drives me nuts. Now, for some reason, this is blended on my eyelids, but for right now, I don't know why you see this line. It doesn't show in the mirror, but it does on camera. I'm just going to go in back with that fluffy brush and see if we can get some of that line out on the camera, but not on my mirror. I'm going to use this crease brush. It's just an e.l.f. crease brush. I ordered like 5 of them. We're going to go in with the chocolate color. And then I'm just going to go right under where I've already done that. Just to kind of deepen all of that. I have weird shaped eyes. Nothing seems to work. Or at least I know it works for my eyeballs anyways. Go back in, chocolate color. Back and forth, back and forth. Sometimes I'll go in little circular motions. You don't have to really be neat with it because you got your tape on, so don't worry. Where's that brush that I really, really want? My brushes get up and walk away sometimes. They grow legs and magically just doodle-doo. We're going to use this other Sonia Kashuk one, which her name's already been ribbed off because I like this brush. We're going to go into black. And again, just staying on towards the outside. You have tape, so don't be afraid. And just kind of smush it all together. This seems to be my go-to. I come back with the big fluffy one with the Bengal in it. Just kind of blend it out some more. Come back in with the black. Go over here. I have one eye that does absolutely amazing, and I have one eye that just gives me problems. I hope I'm not the only one. That wouldn't be fair. Went back in with Bengal. Just coming back and diffusing all of that. And blending it all in. So far, that's what you got. And that's what we're going to leave it with as of right now. Keep this little palette handy because you'll use this in just a second. I like a color that has mysteriously went away. Oh, it's not mysteriously went away. Can't even talk. It's actually in its spot, in its little home. These are just the infallible colors. This one is Ice Latte. Pretty, pretty, pretty. I open them upside down because I tend to want to throw this little thingy out, but you're not supposed to. And I just dip my finger in it, swirl it around, get some on there. Kind of flick my finger because sometimes it gets a little flaky. And then I just put it on the inner part of my eyelid. Same thing. As I cover my whole face when I do this. So there's that for right now. I'm going to go back in with the one that I used the black on. Don't put any more on it. I just kind of, where it's kind of thrown some of that white with my finger because I have fat fingers. I just kind of redarkened everything back up. You can leave your tape on if you want and put your eyeliner on now. For some reason, whenever I stick the tape to my hand and then pull it back off, it doesn't hurt to take the tape off, but sometimes it leaves little holes. I just take it off. And then you get pretty lines. Pretty lines. You'll have a little bit of like cleanup underneath, which I don't have my little bag here, but I'm just going to use some contact solution on this towel that's in my lap and just kind of wipe up underneath my eyeballs. So I don't like the tape too close to my eyes because the tape kind of hurts my eyes up underneath here. So that is your shadow for right now. We're going to go do your face, and I'm going to prime it with my baby skin. It's not my favorite one to use, but I have to use it up. It's almost gone. See, we're almost empty. So I put kind of a glob on my finger. There's my big glob. I kind of patted off my finger, kind of put it where I want it. I have really big pores around my mouth for some reason. And then I just kind of rub it in. And then I take what's left over. There's not really much left over on my finger, just a little bit. And then I just pat it into my pores and my skin. Get it all in there. My face gets really red. I don't know why. Touch it even more, it gets even more red. So it'll all go away. It'll all calm down. Okay. So I'm going to use a crown brush. It just has C451 on it. It's a pretty dense brush. I put my foundation on with this. I got this in a Outlook thing for like $8. May not have been $8, but it was cheap. We're going to try day 2 of this, of the Infallible Pro Matte makeup. I tried it yesterday with the sponge. I didn't like it with the sponge. I like usually everything with the sponge, but put a little bit on your hand. Probably put way too much, but we're going to layer this shit on, so. I do have some scarring from acne as a kid. I have a nice little friend over here. She's visited me for like 2 weeks now. Bitch needs to go home. Just some red spots from other blemishes. And then these two are scars. This one's another little friend. They're related. They both came at the same time. Bitches need to go home. So I just dab my finger in it and kind of just splotch it all over my face. And then start buffing it in. If you don't want to go too close to that, just so you don't mess it up, you're fine because you're going to go in with concealer anyways. So far I did like this foundation as it wore yesterday. I'm going to give it a few more days. I'm a hairstylist and I'm really picky about my foundations only because you're dealing with water and moisture and everything else when you're shampooing, when you're cutting hair, just getting hot, blow dryers going, and this all just starts to melt off. So I'm just grabbing what's left off my finger, or off my hand, just go down my neck. And it dries pretty nice. You can stop here if you want to. I don't think it looks that bad, at least on camera it looks like crap. But in the mirror that I'm looking at, it looks nice. We're just going to put another layer on just because I feel like it. I'm not going to put as much on my back of my hand, just a little bit. Just kind of going in, dipping my brush in it. And I just kind of pat it around just so I don't get it all in there. Layer 2. I'm just kind of pushing it into my skin now. And that's all we're doing with that right now. I also have a damp, dirty beauty blender. That's what we're going to use now. And the Maybelline Fit Me. This one's in Fair. It doesn't look bad on the skin, but in pictures I've definitely looked white all up underneath. But I ain't taking any pictures today. I just always go in a little triangle a lopsided triangle, but it's still a triangle nonetheless. And then I always get red around my nose because it just happens, and around my mouth. I just wipe off whatever's left on there. Up the bridge of my nose, and then you make your pretty little tree. So I always make my tree kind of low because I feel like I do have a pretty large forehead. But that's me crazy. We're going to go through, I like to use the little top part. And whenever I use it, sometimes I'll try and like push the bottom part up and get this all big and fat looking, or fatter up in here. But whatever. I'm going to start pushing it in. So it probably does, on camera, make me look crazy, but it is blended in. We can set it with a translucent powder, which I'm digging out right now. Just the primed and poreless is what or primed and whatever. We're using this from Too Faced. Mine's kind of spilled out a lot. Ooh, and it's spilling now, but there it is. I'm just going to go in with this e.l.f. small tapered brush, just kind of dipping it in, tapping off what I can, and just kind of setting off that. Now, and you can go up and highlight if you want to have like a red spot right there, which we'll deal with that later. I am going to use, as soon as I find it, it's usually always messy up here, so it's alright. We're going to use the e.l.f. Precision Liquid Eyeliner. I bought this, I absolutely hated it. I used it again just playing with makeup one night and I liked it, so that's what we're doing. The stuff stays wet for a while, so we're going to jump back and forth between eyes and face. So, I don't know if you can kind of see, but the little stick part of it, it's like a brush, but it's not so bad because there's globs of product on it right now, but it'll usually start to like fan out because it's retarded. So I just kind of go in a circle in the rim and just kind of get some of that product off, but then kind of keep it as flat as possible. And then I start at the bottom of my eye, wing it up, and then meet and connect. So just watch. And I kind of go with the line. Again, if you did your eyeliner first before you took the tape off, then go walk your dog. He'll be a minute. Or cat, or fish, or whatever other animals you may have. I used to have an iguana for a really long time. Thing got like 4.5 foot long. He was huge. And I used to take him on walks. It was kind of funny. And that's one eye. I'm still going to go in and touch up some spots that I don't really tend to like as much. And it still stays really shiny and wet for a minute, so hopefully you don't sneeze or it's going to go everywhere. We're going to do this eye and kind of go with the same outline where you stuck your tape. This is a long video. You still have a spot here. I need more product, so we're going to go in and fix this. It's amazing that I can do some liquid eyeliner. However, those little tiny, like, bottles that you can do nail art with, the big long thing with a little brush on the end, I can't do those for nothing. So there's my wings. We're going to let them dry because I can feel them. They're still wet. So I bought this little bad boy from Ulta. So for me, supposedly, I'm supposed to use these two shades. And they look kind of crazy in this picture, but I like this one. This one actually blends out really good, even though it is pretty dark. So, but then here's the dark one in that one. And then there's the lighter one just to kind of warm up your face. So, we are going to use, this is just a cheap brush. It's just a blusher brush. I've had this brush for probably 10 years. It's a crappy Walmart one. Around Christmas, you would get like the holiday packs, and I don't know how many of these survived. I think I have one other one. This is the only one. This has been Old Faithful over here. So we're just going to go in with this warm bronzer right here. I just kind of swirl it in, and this is just warming up my face. So we're not doing any kind of contouring as of right now. And please excuse my crazy hair. And then I still kind of just put it there just to kind of warm up my face. I may not really be doing anything on camera, but again, in my mirror it is. I just gave you a little bit of warmth. You can stop here if you want, or if you want to, you can keep going. I was an idiot and I spent like 60 bucks on a brush, so I'm going to use this bad boy. I also have the one in the Sonia Kashuk one, and I don't know if you can hear my dog barking, but she's barking. And then I have this Sonia Kashuk one. For some reason I don't like this one as much, but this is the one that goes on trips with me, because if I lose this one, I'm not going to cry. So we're just going to use this bad boy. Someone had said that the little brush that you get in the Hoola bronzers is kind of just like a shorter version, like from here up. So you can use that if you want to contour as well. I'm not doing anything too fancy today, so we're actually just probably going to go with more of this golden one over here. And kind of just swirl it in there, tap it really good, and then I just put a little bitty line, top of the ear, and go about halfway down. We're just going to leave that for right now, nothing fancy. Go back in, swirl it, beat the shit out of this brush, and come do this side. get a line. Now, you can't see what I'm doing, but I just have a towel in my lap. Sometimes I have a pair of sweatpants that are pretty stained up that I just rub excess off of. So all I'm doing is rubbing the excess off on the brush. So there's probably still some way deep down in there, but I don't want to add any more to it because I don't want it muddy and gross looking. But just kind of go back and forth, kind of go up until you're happy. This is the time you can check and see if you need deodorant. I'm pretty good, so I'm happy on this side, nothing too fancy. This side is my problem side for some reason, so it always tends to look muddy on this side, but for some reason I do the same thing on this side as I do the other side. It could also be, I have 2 lights over here and 1 light over here, so there's probably more lighting hitting me and making it look that way, but there's that. I'm still putting a little bit more of the bronzer on and just kind of going up in this way just to kind of darken that up a little. Okay. And I'm done with this for right now. We're going to go back to our eyeballs. And I'm using the Urban Decay, the 24 Glide On Perversion color. It's just black. And we're going to put it in our waterline. It doesn't have to look perfect because we're going to get another brush and kind of blend it all, smoke it out some. So, I'm sorry if this grosses you out pulling my eyeball down, but beauty's pain, people. Beauty is pain. Get in your lashes just a little bit. It's gonna look crazy. Come back over here. This side needs some more. So, this is just a flat brush. To be perfectly honest, I bought this bad boy for like $2 at Michael's, and I use it for eyeshadow. So, get back your palette again. I still have my little brush in it because I don't ever use those brushes. I travel with them, so if I lose them, it's okay. You're going to go into the black color and just kind of set this color in. And kind of smoke it out some. Nothing too crazy. Ooh, that does look crazy. I've got color of some sort from one of my hands on my eyeball. We're done with that brush for right now. I like this little brush. I don't really like double-ended brushes. They drive me crazy. But it is the Smoke and Smudge by Elle. It was like half off because Kohl's is getting rid of their Elle line. We're going to go in with this chocolate color, and we are going to use the smoke part, I guess, the little part, and then we're just going to go in and kind of diffuse that black color out some. I'm happy with everything. I just want to deepen up that outer V area. I don't know what freaking mirror to look at. So, just kind of going in here and smudging it in little circular motions just to kind of darken it up some. It looks way different on this camera, but you'll get a point, or get the point. You'll get a point, yes. Because we're taking teams. We should have a drinking game. Point. Team blue. Okay. And I'm good with that. If you're good with it, I'm good with it. Again, I'm not doing anything fancy today. My daughter's in Girl Scouts. We're going to go to the Girl Scout store and get some uniform stuff for her. We're going to use, this is just an old Sephora eyelash, whatever. I always tend to get a lot of product in my eyelashes, so I'm just going to go through and comb out some of the eyeliner before we curl these bad boys. Oh, I hate watching people to curl their lashes. It looks so painful. It's not really painful, but it looks crazy. Look at that. Okay. And always pinch at the base. Everyone curls their lashes different. I see people who stop right here, but I also see the same people with no eyelashes later. But I tend to like walk it out a little bit, and then when I get to the end, that's when I kind of lift it up. So then it kind of curls them up some more. I'm just using the Jordana Best Lash. I have like a bazillion freaking mascaras, but, ooh, no. Beauty Box 5 actually sent me a box that didn't suck this time. It's Ultra Flush, the gold standard. Ooh. Let's try it. Because I always need another mascara opened, along with the 4 other ones I have laying here, and a whole drawer full of them. So here's the brush. I kind of like the brush. We'll see. Okay, I take it back. The brush isn't bad, the formula may be bad. Or the whole thing sucks. Whatever, we're not trying that one anymore. We're going to go back to what we were originally going to do. If I can get this thing open. It's really wet. I don't mind a wet mascara, but I tend to wipe some of the excess off. Because I feel like it's too goopy for my liking. And then just kind of put on the base of my eyelashes. I have fairly long eyelashes, or at least I've been told. I get asked all the time if I'm wearing falsies when I'm not. But then when I wear falsies, no one ever is like, oh look, your eyelashes are so pretty. So we are going to use a blush. Which one to use? Let's just use, because I don't feel like highlighting today. We're just going to use this Physicians Formula. It's just a natural. Oh, I'm dropping everything. This is just a Bare Minerals brush. I used to wear Bare Minerals, but I don't anymore. So I use the brush. It's actually a really good brush for blush. Brush for blush. That actually came out right. Swirl it in here. Tap off whatever. And I was told by a little birdie, because I don't know where I heard it, read it, so I can't tell. So that person's just going to be a birdie. I have a pretty round face, So I was always told, if you have a round face, take 3 of your fingers and put it at the edge of your mouth, and your blush should not go past this point, or it makes your face look even more round. Whether it's true or not, I have no idea, but same thing on this side, and it shouldn't go past this point. So if it works, it works. Why not? So there's the blush. I have a mole. Everyone can see my little mole. However, with makeup, it kind of covers everything, and frankly, I like my mole. So we are going to get this itty bitty little thing. I've been using this. I've tried other brown, really dark brown eyeliners, and again, doing hair, doing anything like that, it tends to smear off. So all of a sudden my mole is like this long, it just kind of, so this one's just cheap. I've had it forever. It's an espresso. It's a Bonnie Bell one from a long time ago. And all I do is stick it on my mole. It's my little mole. And I just go in a circular, one a little darker. So do it again. If you see here and just go back and forth with it, my camera shut off. So I was saying, whenever I do this, and I do it too many times, and just keep going and keep going and keep going, my mole ends up being like this big. So I just do it one time, look, do it another time, look, do it another time, until I'm happy. So this is pretty much our finished look. My lips, I don't really know what I want to do to my lips right now. We'll just use this bad boy up here. Let's find a lip liner too. So I like this one. It's just the Epic. It's from Rimmel London and Epic. There we go. Can you read? Oh, focus. Come on, camera. There we go. You can kind of read it. I like more nude lips. I like to be daring sometimes, but again, I don't want to freak the Girl Scouts out. So I try and do my little tiny itty bitty non-existent Cupid's bow first, and then start here and kind of meet the lines. Again, I'm sure you guys have all been doing lip liner, and you guys are all going to do it your way, so this is just my way. I don't overdraw my lips, because again, I do hair, so I'm usually behind the chair half the time, and I'm just going to look like I have weird lips. So I'm just drawing in some of, like, halfway in on each side, kind of leaving the center my normal lip color. And then we're just going to go in and use Fergie Daily Wet n Wild. I like it. I haven't grabbed for it in a while, so put it on, smush it together, and that's just going to be it for today. It's a butter gloss. This one is an Eclair. I have like 3 of them because I didn't know I had one, and then I bought another one, so then I had 2, but I used both of them, and then I got one in an Ipsy bag, I think, and it was the same flavor, so I have like 3. So one for my purse, one for the car, and one for here. I just like the way they feel on my lips. So this is it. I gotta set this bad boy now. Ooh, that feels so nice. And that's basically the extent of my makeup for today. I'm just going to take my hair down. I've been growing my natural color out for a while now, so it's kind of crazy in 5 different colors, so I'm totally okay with it. So Again, I'm in my pajamas and don't have a bra on, so I'm going to go get ready, and you guys have a good day. Thank you for watching.